Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I am going to do the eyeshadow palette tag. I seen it on a new YouTuber's channel that I've been watching recently, so check her out. I'll leave her channel down below. It's Miss Alyssa JM. I think I got that correct. If not, it will be down below. She recently did the eyeshadow palette tag, which was like Samantha, March, and I can't remember who else, but I'll leave those linked down below too. They did it a few years ago. I don't remember ever doing this. I might have done it, who knows, but I took them all out and decided it'd be fun to do it. So if you want to watch this, then stay tuned. If not, then you can skip from my next video, which will probably be a vlog. Okay, and I'm going to just look over the collection and just the first thing that comes to my mind will be the answer, okay? So this is how I'm going to do it. So it might be a little choppy because I'm going to have to go back to look at questions as well. So, and once I take a palette away, I'm not going to use it for the same category. That's just little rules that I made. There's no rules for the tag, but that's how I'm doing it. So my newest palette is going to be this La Mer Nude Shadow Palette, Nude Eyeshadow. And this is supposed to be a dupe of the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. And that's what that looks like. So I'm showing you what these things look like. So that has to be put aside. I can't use it. My oldest palette, I did look up. I cheated a little bit on this and looked up the release dates. But I knew it anyway. It's the Gingerbread Spice palette from Too Faced. This came out in 2018. So this is the oldest palette in my collection right now. Okay. And we'll take that away. Now, my most expensive palette is going to be a tie. I know Natasha Denona and Huda Beauty are like, I think it's going to be Natasha Denona though, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I think these were, I got this one on sale, so I didn't pay full price, but I did pay $89 Canadian for this, plus tax. $88 Canadian, I apologize. So it was close to $100. These ones were $87. So they would be my second most expensive palette. But here's what that looks like. Everybody knows what this palette looks like. It's very beautiful, cool tone palette. So that's the Natasha Denona Glam palette. My most affordable palette. What do I have left here in my collection? Okay, it's definitely not over this end. I'm going to have to say it's my Scooby-Doo that's left in my collection. Because I think... No, it's this ColourPop with Bambi Thumper palette. This was the most affordable. I had a Wet n Wild one that was all nudes. That would have been it, but that's gone out of my collection, so it's this one. Alright. Okay, so next up is my everyday palette. Well, I don't really have an everyday palette because I switch my palettes so often. But if I had to choose something that I could just use every day and be happy with, it would probably be a neutral look. So I'm going to lean towards one of these Natasha Denona ones. And I'm probably going to go for the one that's missing. Hold on a second. There we go. I'd go with the Mini Biba palette because it's just very neutral. And I can do like an everyday type of look with this. So, I don't think it necessarily meant every day as in you use it every day. I think it meant every day as in, like, it could be an everyday look, and it would be that one. Okay, my most colorful palette. Ooh. I wouldn't call this colorful. It has colors in it, but it's not the brightest. Maybe the Scooby-Doo or the Riviera. Scooby-Doo. I'm going to go with the Scooby-Doo palette. Because it has colors in it that the Riviera doesn't have. It has more of a mix. So that would be my most colorful palette. Alright, moving on would be my smallest palette. And I'm not going for the number of colors because these Natasha Denona ones only have 5 in them. But I'm going by the actual size. And I'm going to say that this Pat McGrath Labs in, what is it called? Midnight Voyage. It has 6 shadows in it. These only have 5, but hold on. If you can see, I'm just going to put you down there for a minute. I apologize. It's small. It might even be smaller than a Natasha Denona, but I'm going to say this is my smallest palette. My largest palette. I'm going to have to say I think this has more colors in it than other ones. 3 and 5 is 15. How many's in a Huda Beauty palette? Oh, okay, never mind. I don't have really large palettes. How many's in a Natasha Denona palette? I think there's 15. Yeah, there's 15, so it's definitely Huda Beauty. Are these newer ones? I'm thinking it's going to be my new nudes palette. Hold on. Again. Well, I guess it's a toss-up. Because, well, these are all Huda Beauty, though, right? So my 3 big Huda Beauty palettes would be the ones that have the most. They would be a tie between my biggest shadows because there's 3 and 6, so that's 18. 3 and 6, that's 18. Yeah, so all my Huda Beauty palettes would have the same. So it's a tie between these ones. So those would be my largest palettes. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so it says to show your palette with the best memory. None of my palettes really have sentimental meaning specifically to me. If they did, I got rid of them. So, I mean, Mel Thompson, I used to watch her all the time, but I'm going to have to go with my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette because I watch this and I still watch it every year at Christmas time. And I haven't touched this palette just because I know it's wasteful. Why buy it if you're not going to touch it? But it just has so much nostalgia for me. I mean, a lot of them do. Charlie Brown because I love Snoopy. Tinkerbell because I love Disney. Care Bears, like, you know. But I'm going to have to go with this one. It has that much nostalgia for me from Christmas time. Christmas time is my favorite time of year that I haven't even touched it yet. Okay, guys, so next it says to show a palette worth the hype, and I'm going to go with these Flower Beauty palettes, the Desert Lights and the Jungle Lights. I had a hard time getting my hands on these here in Canada, like in my part of Canada anyway. I had to order them. Actually, my cousin brought the Jungle Lights home from the States, and once I used that, I had to get the Desert Lights. People rave about these all the time. Well, they used to, and it's definitely worth the hype because I think these are phenomenal. The quality's phenomenal. And then not worth the hype. Not that I've seen a lot of hype around it, but this Charlie Brown palette, I love it, don't get me wrong, because I love Snoopy, and I love Charlie Brown. But Wet n Wild was always highly raved about, but this one just was a little lackluster for me. Okay, guys, and last but not least, there's 2 questions. I'm sorry a motorcycle is going to go up my street, so you can hear that there. There you go. It's gone by. Okay, so the next one is show your favorite palette from a favorite brand. So, as you guys can see, I have a lot of Too Faced. I love Too Faced. And so my favorite palette from Too Faced, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree with this, but it's this, and it's getting really old, and I might have to toss it soon. But I love the Unbearably Glam palette. I love the color selection in here. I loved these shimmers. I wouldn't put them on my eyes now, but I love them. It smelled like sugar cookies. The color story was something different, and the packaging is just perfect. So, okay, guys, and the very last question is your most used palette. And right now, I would have to say, because this has been in a few project pans this year alone, so I would have to say it's my ABH Curly Bible palette. I hit pan on that color shatters. I use these I hit pan on that one, and I've used these colors quite a few times so far this year. So, out of all my palettes, this one so far has gotten the most love, especially this year. So, it's most used as I assume it's right now. So, right now, that's my most used palette. So, anyway, that is the eyeshadow palette tag. If you guys do videos, if you have a larger eyeshadow collection, I'd love to see the answers to these questions from you guys, or if you just want to put them down below, for sure. I know I have more eyeshadow than one person could possibly need, but palettes were an addiction for me at one time, so this is what I have the most of in my collection, and I haven't bought any. Well, the last one I bought was that La Mer one, which was just like a month or so ago. But other than that, the only palette I bought last year was that. So, I mean, and some of them were gifts, but, you know, it is what it is, and it's my favorite. So, and I'm artistic with my eyeshadow. Not that I feel like I should have to explain myself. Whatever I bought was with my hard-earned money, so I deserve it, right? If that's what I want. But I haven't been really spending money on makeup a lot anymore. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.